Estill County Jail is temporarily closed because of bed bugs.
A Lexington group is trying to make a park recently hit with tragedy more family-friendly. Details ahead.
Rain moving out of southern and southeastern Kentucky. Now we're staring down a typical summertime weekend. We'll let you know what that actually means coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. 15 inmates have been moved and some guards are now out of a job in Estill County after leaders closed the jail this week.
It is all in response to a bed bug outbreak, and now there's concern that another county building may also be infested. WKYT Sam Smith is tracking the situation from Irvin. It's our top story at 4:30.
County leaders made the decision to close the jail down on Tuesday. They say this is a public health concern. The jail needs to be empty while the bed bugs are being removed. The jail's 15 inmates were sent to Three Forks Regional Jail in Lee County. The jail has 11 employees. Some are laid off right now. I'm told some have taken vacation days during this period. The jailer, one male transport officer, and one female transport officer have stayed on. When arrests are made, the arresting officer will then meet with the jail employee on call, and then the inmate will be transported to Three Forks. There's a concern that the bed bugs have spread to the courthouse, specifically the circuit courtroom where the inmates are taken regularly. They hope to find out if that's the case soon. The jail and the courthouse will be examined by an exterminator on Monday. That exterminator will then turn over an estimate to the county. In Estill County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
The judge executive says that this is the first time he can remember the jail having a bed bug issue. In Lee County, a driver was arrested after he apparently hit the accelerator instead of the brakes just after 11 last night. He ended up hitting a building at the Falcon Ridge Apartments in Beattyville. At least 2 people were displaced because of the crash. The driver, Lawrence Mency, was arrested and charged with DUI and driving on a suspended license.
A Lexington group is trying to prove a park is safe for families after a tragic shooting there. Tonight, the We Care organization is hosting another family movie night. Frozen will be shown tonight. Last month, 5 people were shot during a basketball tournament at Douglas Park, and one of them later died. Since then, questions have been raised about the park's safety. Event organizers are now looking for ways to make the park a safe place. It's a cloudy day in the Bluegrass, but all in all, really not a bad day considering what we've been through this month.
Absolutely, and the good news is we're looking pretty dry for our weekend. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, it's been one of those days, guys, to where it's all about where you live, as we talked about last night. Farther south, the wetter you're going to be. Farther north, the better off you're going to be. That is indeed the case out there this afternoon, heading into the evening. We look at the dew point temperatures we've described over the past couple of weeks. Anything above 65 to 70, now it starts to get humid. You get under 65, pretty comfortable brand of air across northern parts of the area. Where it has rained today, we've got mid and upper 70s showing up, low 80s elsewhere across parts of the area. Defender tracking a big band of heavy rain earlier in the day that made it as far north as parts of Madison and Garrett counties. Soaking rain, southern Kentucky finally getting on out of the Bluegrass state into parts of northern Tennessee and in the northeastern parts of the area. 74 right now. Rain cooled air into Bell County into southeastern Kentucky. Weather headlines, that rain across the south getting on out of here. How about a little normal summer weekend for a change? We've got that cooking for the weekend. And then as we go into next week, thunderstorms slowly but surely begin to return back into that 7-day forecast as we get ready to go from a normal summer pattern into one that may take us a little cooler than normal, with the calendar ready to flip from July into August. I'll break down that 7-day forecast here in just a matter of minutes.
Chris, thank you. You might find all this rain we've had annoying, but it is actually keeping a summer pest away. Stagnant water attracts mosquitoes. With so much rain, water hasn't had a chance to become stagnant, which is keeping mosquitoes at bay. The health department says they've had fewer mosquito complaints and haven't had to spray as much this summer. You're going to hear more from the health department coming up on WKYT News at 6. Well, as many of us head out to the pools on summer days like today, health inspectors are out there as well, making sure that the water is safe. There are between 350 and 400 swimming pools in Lexington, and each one is inspected by the Fayette County Health Department. Inspectors check for unhealthy levels in the water. On average, they shut down about 2 to 3 pools a week for not meeting state standards, and the wet summer has added an additional hurdle to their workload.
That waters down the chlorine levels, so they have to constantly react to those environmental changes.
Sam is at the live desk with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on this story that she's working on for WKYT News at 6. Sam?
Amber, thank you. When I did my stories on food truck inspections, I asked them, what else do you do in addition to food truck inspections? They said, well, we do hotels, restaurants, swimming pools. I mean, they're busy people.
Yeah. There's only 12, and you're talking about 350 to 400 pools. That shocked me that there's that many in Fayette County. But when you think about apartments, hotels, and then the public pools, I guess it adds up.
And when you checked on downtown fountains that kids, we see them play in, you found something interesting. Some kind of surprised me.
Right, that they're not regulated by the health department. So the city does not want people swimming or playing in those pools or those fountains. And when I say those fountains, I mean Triangle Park, Thoroughbred Park, and Phoenix Park. Now, there was something different, though, about the fountains that are with the courthouses.
And those are treated like pools are?
Yeah, did you realize that?
Had no idea.
I didn't
Would not
either.
have expected that.
There's even a hole that they go down into to check every single day. The facilities managers out there, they say they liken it to a pool. That's how clean they want it to be, and it should be. And they invite kids to come play down there, as they do no matter what, as we see every day.
Yeah, I saw them today. The kids were out there. So, well, it hasn't been the best summer for pools, but very interesting story. Affects a lot of people.
And we're going to test some of those fountains ourselves, so see what we found coming up at 6.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Miranda. Amber?
Investigators have determined what caused the death of Kentucky Opera's general director. David Roth was found dead in his car while on the way from a business trip to Des Moines, Iowa. The Kentucky Opera says Roth died of an apparent heart attack while driving. Roth has been the Kentucky Opera's general director since 2006. A tribute to Roth will be held next week at the Brown Theater in Louisville. Netflix is on a roll with hit shows, and now they have a new original series for fans to enjoy. We'll tell you about it in our Eye on Entertainment.